Sam, we had I think our first beef, like
real beef.
like real beef, like the digital physical meme. Like, I actually don't care. Like, there's a lot of things we were just memeing about. Anime versus manga. Like, it's a meme. It's just a funny conversation to have. But our first real beef was about, like, last recording session was, Elusive Samurai ended. And Shonen Jump, all the people, mangaka that are in Shonen Jump had, like, the weekly message, and they all dedicated it to Elusive Samurai ending. Congratulations to the mangaka, except for Oda. And he was talking about some bullshit, right? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
and
he was talking about some nonsense.
And so you were like, come on, that's low, Oda. And I was saying, maybe, but like, isn't this super normal? Isn't there a hierarchy thing that exists in Japan? Like that it would almost be weird if Oda said something. It would be atypical. But so you said and I was willing to change my mind. I'm definitely the most convertible here. I can be persuaded. You were going to look into how did Oda treat other mangaka series ending in the magazine. And so I asked you to do some research on this.
Yeah, and this is the most research I've done for a single topic we've done on this. I have about 2 pages worth of notes and different things to discuss, because what I did was, just for some context, in case you're not familiar, in Shonen Jump every week there is a section for author comments. You can look them up online. Viz has a collection it's under Mangaka Musings. They have until about 2020, like the start of 2021, is about as far back as I was able to go. What I did, Tom, is I collected every single series over 100 chapters that ended in Shonen Jump in the last 5 years.
Okay, so that's your cutoff, because some newbie getting canceled. No one's
no new series. Because if you're over 100 chapters, your series ended on most likely your terms,
right?
And that was 2+ years of serialization. That's worthy of some form of congratulations. So I was like, I wanted to use this as the mindset. And there were a couple of series just off the bat. Promised Neverland, We Never Learned, Demon Slayer, I was really unfortunately not able to get, because we just did not, the comments did not go far back that far.
So there's a limit to this, but there's probably enough examples to still.
But we got plenty. Yeah. We got plenty. So how we're going to go through this is, I have a bunch of series. These are in no particular order, by the way. I'm going to read what Oda's specific comment was that issue, and then I'm also going to critique the other mangaka who did not say their congratulations and what they talked about instead.
Let's see it.
So we're going to start with Undead Unluck, which ended on January 26, 2025, that issue. Oda's comment: I got a new editor. Thanks for everything, Ayanama-san. Welcome to the team, Fukuda-san.
I would say he has more allegiance to an editor's person.
To his editor, yeah.
So he should be thanking his editor there.
And also, too, we'll see something like this happen again. A more reasonable thing.
He's showing kudos to somebody. Yes, he's willing to show gratitude.
For sure. And also, as we're gonna find out with later comments, it's probably because Undead Unluck is finished that Anayama-san, is no longer working with them, and because whenever series end, there's always editor shakeups.
I see. Okay, so that's why.
So we'll see. We'll see a similar comment.
So if that's actually the case, then that's a little bit. That's sly, because if he's leaving because the series ending, there's like a wink and a nod there.
You still didn't congratulate the author. And also, by the way, here was my rule. If the author said congratulations, or they directly reference the series, so for example, Shun Numa, who wrote Chojun Chojo Senpai, which I love, he always he never will say like congratulations, but he'll say something he loved about the series in just kind of a way. So yeah, that all counts. I all counted that.
We're not going to be sticklers on that.
Who didn't? So Undead Unluck ended. Who didn't say their congratulations? Yusui Matsui from Elusive Samurai celebrated 4 years of Elusive Samurai running in the magazine. He dedicated his manga comment to that, but he didn't say congratulations.
Well, I have to. How busy are these people? Are they always even aware that a series is ending one week, or are they locked into their thing? You know, like that's the other thing. No
because
excuse.
Again, I'm saying these are the non-congratulate. I've dubbed them NCs, non-congratulators.
NCs, okay.
And anyone who I don't say who is in the magazine did say their congratulations.
Yeah.
So I'm about to say, so including Oda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 20, or 6 of the 19, because one of them was the author, of course, didn't say their congratulations. My goat, Hokuzono Sensei, talked about haircuts instead of congratulating. The author, Undead Unluck. Ridiculous. Genki Ono from Himaten talked about the photo references he used for the manga. The author of Ichi the Witch, Shiro Uzazaki, talked about the Volume 1 reprint and how well it was selling. And then Koki Ishikawa, the author of Hakutaku, which was the short run game development series, talked about the games he played that week. So that was Undead Unluck. Everyone else gave their congratulations to. I'm sorry, I forgot to write down the sensei's name for Undead Unluck. I apologize. Then there was Kill Blue by Tadatoshi Fujimaki. Oda's comment this week. I heard that if you get plenty of oil, it burns off and you lose weight. So give me that fat. So no congratulations. No congratulations for Fujimaki.
That's a legendary thing.
But to be fair, only one single fucking mangaka gave their congratulations to Fujimaki. And it was my goat, Kenta Shirohara from Witch Watch and Astro Lost in Space and Sket Dance. Kenta Shirohara said, congratulations on a job well done, Fujimaki-sensei. My whole family reads your manga, and we can't wait for the anime. What a G. What a fucking G.
What's in his life, clearly. Okay.
Respect.
Yeah.
Next up, we had
that's 18 out of 19 that
did not say their congratulations. But thankfully, Kenta Shirohara showed up. Then we had High School Family, Kokosei Kozaku by Ryo Nakama. This was a gag series. Went for about like 113, 120. Oda's comment this week. My manga editor has changed. Awasaki-san, thank you for 3 years. Ayanama-san, let's get to work.
So I think I'm seeing the pattern of like, he has to be aware of a series ending because that necessarily means the editors are going to shift.
Most likely. I mean, it happened twice.
So we don't know this. I don't know if that's how the structure of Shonen Jump works, but it seems like then if that is the case, he has to be aware of the series is ending that, and he's choosing not to mention it. Okay.
But the poor Ryo Nakama, man. No congratulations.
Oh, and what series was this again?
This was High School Family Kokosei Kozaku. So it again a gag series. Lesser respected genre overall in the magazine. Unfortunately, I like gag series when they're good. But no congratulators. Next up, this one really shocked me. Next up, we had Mashle, Magic and Muscles by Hajime Komodo. This went for over 200 chapters. Great series.
It was hot for a minute. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I loved it. Great series. Also, no Oda comment this week. One Piece was not in the magazine.
Okay.
So no
break.
He gets a break. The only congratulator, Kota Kawai from Nue's Exorcist, which I'm not a big fan of. But you know what? Shout out to being the only guy to congratulate. Probably most like if I had to pontificate, most likely got started around the same. They're most likely probably got started around the same time. Not in the magazine, but they probably got started at the magazine at the same time. Mashle started 2 years before Nue, but still, I think worth or maybe even 3 years after. But they might be rivals or something. So maybe that's the situation there. Next up, we got a big one. My Hero Academia by Kohei Horikoshi.
Now, this is the first one where my ears have perked up. Be like, okay, there's no way to ignore the cultural impact of this series, right? Like, let's see
Oda's comment.
Let's see Oda's comment on My Hero's ending, which up and down. I know the end, right? You're not too thrilled by the ending.
I'm. There's elements of the. I like the ending. There's elements of the final war arc I'm not crazy about.
Okay,
and
anyway.
I feel like we kind of. It's not a perfect end, but
discussion
overall,
for another day.
It'll get its time. Oda's comment. So now you get to play Pokemon Go as much as you want. Congratulations on 10 years, Horikoshi-sensei. We finally got one.
I told you.
We finally got one.
You need to make it to a certain level to get Oda's radar. And that's all I'm saying.
And every single author dedicated their comment to Horikoshi-sensei.
Okay.
Well deserved. And you know what? Deserved IMO. Now if you click on the Mangaka Musings August 4th, 2024 page, at the very bottom you will find 4 series that don't mention him. Those were Jump Plus series. I did not count those since they're not in the magazine.
Yeah, no,
or they're in the magazine. I didn't count them. It's different schedules. I
won't speak to the audience, but I trust you, Sam. I trust that you did.
I just didn't want people like trying to fact check me.
This has matched my expectations. So at that level, my ears perked up. I was like, I'd be shocked if Oda didn't say something here. So anyway, continue.
Okay, so we finally got one. We finally got one. So next up, we have another like pretty massive series. Honestly, it's still a top 10 selling series. Haikyuu by Haruichi.
This is definitely on the level.
Oda's comment. The Line Creators collaboration event. Can't wait to see what everyone came up with on July 22nd.
So he's promoting a thing. Maybe there's an obligation. And he forgot, and he's only had this week to do it. Now, could he just write a longer comment and also
congratulations? Because there were some that were like that where they said something, and also great job.
That's a big one. That's a big miss. I would say Haikyuu is pretty important to the magazine and went for a very, very long time.
It's the biggest sports thing they've done since Slam Dunk, probably.
Yeah,
I'd have to double check that, but I feel pretty confident saying that. Who else? Who are the other non-congratulators?
Oh, we got a couple. Okay.
Hajime Komodo from Mashal. I had him as a hold on. I got to open the link for. I'm sorry, I didn't write down all these ones specifically. So he specifically wrote Suntok tan 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 tan. That could be a reference to a chant, like one of the volleyball chants.
I bet. Yeah.
That could be it.
I should read Haikyuu. I think that actually might be a fun read. Versus watch. I know the anime's good, it's just long.
Yeah. And then same thing with Boichi from Dr. Stone. He didn't say his congratulations, but he said, I shall celebrate all the amazing series that are concluding and protect the seats of all the mangaka creators until they make their return. I'm counting that. That's a congratulations. I'm gonna count that. And then fucking Fujimoto Sensei. Masahiko Ueno Sensei's Shitai ga Kataru was really good. Highly recommended. So no congratulations from Fujimoto.
Hey, he's still shouting somebody out, though.
Hey, shouted someone out, though, at least.
Hey.
Shuhei Miyazaki from Me and Roboco talked about mistakes he made drawing Roboco that week.
He was beat up. He was beat up.
And the author of Hard Boiled Cop and Dolphin talked about going to Hokkaido and Kagoshima. The author of Mitama Security Spirit Busters talked about doing rough drafts. The author of Magu-chan talked about his favorite weapon in Splatoon 2. It's the ballpoint splatting Novu and Chili Pepper ski jacket.
Remember Splatoon, my guy?
Yeah, fun game. I had a good time with it.
It's a good time.
And let's see. The author of Act Age. His bicycle is making a strange noise that no one in the shop can identify.
What series are we talking about again?
Oh, this is Haikyuu. This is Haikyuu.
This is Haikyuu? Oh, there's a lot of misses here.
It's a lot. It's a fucking lot. And then Time Paradox Ghostwriter talked about how he loses his phone, but he shouts, "Hey Siri" to find it.
My guess is it's because it's sports.
Yeah, probably something.
It's just treated differently, I think. culturally perhaps. This again, I am nothing I'm saying is rooted and founded in any fact. This is just my complete vibe check on this. So my guess is because it's sports. If it was a shonen battle manga with the same everything, prestige, length, running time, sales, I think we'd see similar to My Hero.
Next up on the list, we have Mission Yozakura Family by Hitsuji Gondaira. This was a series that went for about 6 years. It ended at the start of 2025. Otis comment this week: I hung out on Miyako Island for New Year's. Chanpuru, karage, beer, non-alcoholic. It was like summer.
Wow.
So who else was a non-congratulator?
Yeah,
so
who else was on Miyako Island? Open the files.
Yeah, who else was on the island? So we have Osamu Nishi again. No congratulations. Instead, talking about the first volume released for Ichi the Witch. Matsui-sensei again, not giving his congratulations, talking about how in Elusive Samurai, when he does arcs about the generals, it goes down in the reader rankings.
I'm hearing karma. Then I'm hearing a lot of karma coming back around that he didn't get the unanimous salute.
He didn't get the unanimous salute. Who else do we have? The author of Ultimate Exorcist, Kiyoshi Shoichi Usui, talked about Sayonara Mata Itsuka. My guy Hokuzono Sensei again. He's talking about James Gunn Superman. You could be congratulating Gondaira Sensei right now, but you're talking about fucking James Gunn Superman. It wasn't even out yet. Genki Ono from Himaten's talking about cooking. And then the author of Hakutaku Ishikawa was talking about the Voice comic that came out that week and how happy it was how it turned out.
Look, I think obviously like it's best if others congratulate, but I just know that the life that these people lead are so insane that to have like the bandwidth to even like lift your head up to notice that somebody's thing's ending is probably challenging. But My Hero ending, now Haikyuu ending should. But My Hero ending is like news story worthy, like in the that it's hard to even ignore.
I got two more. I got two more for us. So I got Dr. Stone by Boichi and Riichiro Inagaki. Oda's comment: Nobuyuki Sakuma's ability to come up with ideas for his YouTube channel is amazing. Getting into arguments in this era, gotta watch.
Well, who's
so
that?
He's talking about some fucking YouTuber.
Oh,
God forbid we pay any credit to Boichi.
That's salacious.
And his legendary fucking art.
Because he is shouting out somebody who at least is less important to Shonen Jump. But I guess I'll check him out.
But I'll say this: like author comments, the non-congratulators this week are foul a little bit. Hideo Shinkai from Earthchild is talking about the Chrono Cross soundtrack.
Good soundtrack.
Yuki Suenaga from Akane Banashi, I believe that's the artist, is talking about Perfect Suntory beer. Mapalo 3, who wrote PPPPP, is talking about acquiring a shiny Teddy Ursa.
Look, if you got a shiny Teddy Ursa, you better tell people about it.
You better tell Mapalo 3. Better trade him. You might be able to get a Pokemon. Komodo from Mashal's talking about the ratio between a virus and a human and the human to Earth and how the size is similar. Again, Osuka, the author of Doranran, is talking about Mother 2 being on Switch. The author, Yuji Kamai, who wrote Ashiman, can't come up with a comment this week. His comment was about how he had nothing to say for a comment this week.
Okay, that's rough.
That's foul. That's so foul.
Then
Daiki Ihara, who wrote Shugamaru Sensei, was lines he once said to me, and it was some weird bar about like a sentence that he would want someone to say to him in real life. Poor Boichi and Inagaki Sensei.
Okay.
But the rest congratulated him. Rest congratulated him. Well deserved. Dr. Stone's a great series. Last and most disappointingly, because I'll just say it right now, we don't get no Oda comment because One Piece wasn't in the magazine this week. But I'm pissed because I need to know, would he have congratulated Jujutsu Kaisen and Gege Akutami? Would he have given his congratulations?
How unfair that we don't know this.
It's sad.
Because was it unanimous outside of that?
Complete congratulations across the board. Complete congratulations. All 19 of the authors that week, or 18 or the 19 of the authors that week, all said their congratulations to Akutami.
So we had one congratulations from Oda in your database.
One. That's it. Of the last 5 years, series with over, and I'm not saying every series that's ended, series with at least over 100 chapters.
Nothing was at the level of My Hero in that list, though. Except for maybe Jujutsu Kaisen, but
I'd say Jujutsu. I'd even say Jujutsu Kaisen. It's hard to judge.
He wasn't there. He wasn't in part of the magazine, so we can't really judge that one. So I'm saying he wasn't in that week. So would he have? Let us know in the comments. Do you think Oda would have congratulated Gege Akutami for finishing Jujutsu Kaisen? Because everyone else did. Because the thing that you said before is Elusive Samurai was also unanimous sans Oda.
It was unanimous sans Oda, yes.
Which we didn't see. One thing I learned is it's rarely unanimous. It actually doesn't always happen, but it happened with My Hero Academia, and it happened with Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
You're wondering if Oda was there, would it maintain?
Would it have been a complete sweep?
This is an interesting politics that I would love to if there's an interview or ask them, people who've worked and Shonen Jump, what is the politics surrounding and the thought process surrounding a series ending week? This is something that is, I think, worth a one day following up on, even if it's 10 years from now, to ask that question, because there's clearly gradations for everybody, because you read some and they were nobody almost.
And it's true. And I whenever we do, and because again, we did Goodbye Elusive Samurai, as series continue to wrap up and end, this is a vertical now. This is going to be a part of every single ending video for a Shonen Jump series. I'm going to go to the Manga Commusings and I'm going to see who congratulated the author and who didn't, and we're going to call them out.
Okay.
Because this shit's hard, Tom. This shit's hard. Giving your life and soul to your weekly series for 4, 5, 6, sometimes 10 plus years.
I think it's not just that. I think you want and you expect there to be a camaraderie and a feeling of team amongst the Jump authors, because you're all on the same team. There should be that feeling of camaraderie developed.
Yeah, and I agree, it's like Bakuman, right? It's but I love Bakuman, so it's amazing. Where it's we all compete with each other,
but we're all artists.
But we're all on the same team.
Yeah.
But we're all trying to compete with each other, make our shit better.
Yeah. No, I think I'm with you. I get it. I just don't know if and again, seeing My Hero, I don't know if Oda, hearing how spotty the record is from everybody else as well, beyond Elusive Samurai. I don't think I judge him too much on this note.
Yeah, a couple names. Okay, so two things I wanted to be remiss
true, especially because the Elusive Samurai guy was also often on the shit list here. Of not, yeah,
he was on the shit list twice. He was on the shit list twice.
I feel even less bad.
The two authors I saw where I was I think they were, as long as they were in the magazine, they fucking say their congratulations, at least with these series. Koji Miura, who writes Blue Box, and Kenta Shinohara. Basically had something nice to say.
Who writes what?
Writes Witchwatch.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they've said their congratulations, except for the one Mission not Mission Yozakura. High School Family. There we go. High School Family.
Good work, Sam.
They got no congratulations.
Nice job on the research project.
Yeah, that was my research project, and I like the author comments. I think I find them so fascinating just because they spend so many hours of their week doing the manga. What they get up to when they're not doing the manga, I find interesting. What they dedicate to spend their time to.
They tend to find them very frivolous, and manga comments tend to tire me. when I read them because they are often like not insightful.
They're
Yeah.
they're not,
like,
and I don't think
like
they're
shitposts.
supposed to.
Yeah,
they're
like
not. Yeah, they're
shitposts,
not
yeah.
supposed to be that. They're not really.
I
Supposed
know, but
to
when
be
you're
that
like
serious.
grinding through a manga and you get to the SBS in One Piece and it's just trash, you're just like, there's a lot of
the
text.
SBS is totally different than this.
It's toxic.
These are just literally
I
airlines.
know.
A couple. So two last things I wanted to mention to Elusive Samurai's credit. The week after, the writer or the artist of Akane Banashi dedicated their comment the following week to saying congratulations to Matsui-sensei for finishing. So the other one, the next week was like, hey, by the way, congratulations to Matsui for finishing Elusive Samurai. And then what was the last point I wanted to make? Oh, and shout out Yuto Suzuki, who writes Sakamoto Days. Half of his comments in the last year have been about Elden Ring or Elden Ring Night Rain. Just bosses, attacks, weapons, just random shit from Elden Ring. So big Elden Ring guy, which we like here. So, anyways, let us know what series. Let us know your thoughts about congratulations.
What yeah, that's gonna farm the comments. Sam.
Oh, totally.
Oh man,
Totally.
stay authentic.
Stay authentic.